Hello again, guys. It's me. I'm playing the KV-5 this time. Let me just adjust that sound saying Jesus Christ is allowed. Bit of music for the KV-5, which you can see I'm playing. We have Serene Coast this time. Tier 8 match. Not a bad matchup actually. The only two Tier 8s they have. Well, the only Tier 8s they have are premiums. None of which are really that much a threat to us. The IS-6, I suppose, can be rammed. T-2064, which is a Super Persian, is actually slower than I am. I weigh like twice as much. This is like 100-ton tank. Very amusing. We've got the Duke Nukem on, which is the Pro mod I downloaded earlier. It's quite fun. Gives you a lot more information and stuff. We're gonna head down to. See if I can increase the map. So where's the button to increase the map size? I forget about it. I'm gonna head down to the DCAB1 line. See if I can push up there. There's one thing this thing has in spades, is the fact that when it's going downhill, the only thing I can't ram to death is like the Japanese heavies, the E100 or the mouse. Everything else you can just push out the way. So I think you can get some ramming damage in as well. The KV-5's weak spots is mainly the small machine gun turret there where the radioman presides. I wouldn't wish anyone to be a radioman in this tank because that is where everyone aims for. Yeah. Reload time was 7.23 seconds. This is a 100mm gun. Just have a look at the mini-map there. It's the 107mm gun the tier 6 T150 uses, which is 2 tiers lower than this. So it's not exactly the greatest gun in the world. Only has 167 pens, so if you're facing another tier 7 heavy, well, not tier 7. If you're probably facing tier 7 heavy, you're fine. You can actually bully pretty much tier 7's heavy to death, but if you're facing a tier 8 heavy or so on, you either need to be really close to aim down at their weak spots, or you need to use the very hated gold rounds. But even then, the gold rounds only have 290mm pen, which is 6mm less than the IS-3 and the Tiger 2, and I think some of the other tier 7, tier 8 heavies have. Really seen much of the enemy today, have we? Have to get in range to shoot at those RT. Can't let the LTTB kill all of them. Oh, that aiming time is a pretty slow aiming time though. But very nice alpha damage. It fires at the same speed most tier 8 medium tanks do. So you can actually win in a DPM fight. The problem is that usually penetrating is an issue a lot of the time. I've no idea where that shot was going. But yeah, very quick aiming time. The Jagdpanzer coming up. Hello, he wasn't expected to see me today. Let's see if I can ram him. Piece of shit. 200 damage. Just like touched him. OS6 going around here. Let's see if I can support my guys over there. See if we can kill that Yak Tiger first. T29 next. Let's see the T29. Oh, he missed.
So much for anti-lock brakes.
I suspect we'll need to go down to deal with those pair of T29s. We can adequately deal with them actually. I mean, unless they're shooting at my weak spots. Not to mention their very slow rate of fire. Unfortunately, this thing's aiming time is a little bit to desire. They're both in the platoon, so I suspect they'll both try to butter me. Well, not butter me, bully me. See if we can side scrape this time. The other T-29 is probably working his way up there. Let's try and hold him in place for our allies to get here. Let's see if I can finish him off. See, this thing's side armor is very, very, very good, and we'll reload in time before he will.
I want it my way.
his other ally isn't feeling too special now, is he? And right now we are at low enough. Well, we're high enough to pretty much completely negate his hull armor. One more shot should do him in. I think he aimed at my Canonus cupola there. But yeah, he's done for. Oh, I bounced. Lol. Penetrating shot right into his cupola. And yeah, he's pretty much done for. We'll keep moving up. See what's happening. Although we pretty much got this game in the bag. The guys around here managed to hold him at long enough for the guys that came that way and that way to sweep down and kill them. It's a good play to those guys there. IS-3 going, kill all! Kill, 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 kill. Yeah. That T-29 wasn't such a very happy bunny in the end, was he? I don't know where those guys were aiming. They sent one of them. Oh, that's where that T-29 penetrated right in the cupola. You can see the marker there. Oh god, I'm about to drown. That's what you get for not looking and driving. But yeah, most of them are all bounces on the side armor, and this thing has very, 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 very good side armor. I won't be able to kill him in time. Sad face. We'll have a look at the side armor stats in the garage. And everything. 47,000 credits. Made 41. Not a bad game. This thing's side armor is 150. But remember, is that most people shoot at the tracks, which counts as additional side armor. So most of the time you're actually shooting at something like 180, sometimes even 200, sometimes an auto ricochet if you're side scraping like that. Sometimes I actually backwards side scrape because then there's no weaknesses to be found apart from the turret. The turret is quite weak with the Tiger 1, the tier 7 heavy with the 200 female laser penetration. You can actually penetrate those areas. I think it can penetrate a bit of the mantle as well. That's probably either a hole or something. This tank does have pretty funny hull armor, 140mm thick. You are mostly immune to tier 6 medium tanks, actually, and some tier 6 heavies as well. Because of the amount of armor. The weak spots, there, probably there, and possibly there. But remember, when you're shooting it there and there, the tank is elevated a hell of a lot higher than you are, so if you hit the rounded spots, you will probably get a ricochet. I will say the best part to deal with the KV-5 is to shoot at that giant weak spot there. Just shoot it over and over and over and over and over and over again. The tank, while having a acceptable horsepower per turn for heavy, I believe it's about 12, can be very ponderous. But this tank's main weapon is the ramming damage. I mean, you saw with that Jagdpanzer, I pretty much did something like 239 ramming damage to him just by touching my tank with his. Spoiler, 50% to armor protection from ramming and explosions. So, if I get hit for 100 ramming damage, it's going to be more like 50. And given this tank's health pool, people don't really have much of a chance when it comes to ramming. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the replay, and I'll see you all again soon. Bye.